So we're just here in the yard. Sorry for the crazy light. Sorry the sun's shining. And we're just staying outside so we don't get the itch to go anywhere. We want to try to stay here thanks to the coronavirus, the COVID-19. But I want to do something today. Years ago, I got to go, the privilege to go as a very young man, 11, 12 years old, to a place called Cedar Creek Learning Center. I don't know much about it now. I don't even know if it's still in existence, but it was amazing. I loved it. And when I got to go, you had to be nominated by a teacher. One of the things we done, we had a wild edibles class, and I don't remember a whole lot about the class because I could have cared less about wild edibles at that time. But I do remember one item that we harvested and made that was readily accessible, and that was dandelion heads. Pretty nice fresh dandelion flowers. Now those things are considered now, oh, they're terrible. They actually make weed killers that are just for killing dandelions. A lot of people don't like them. They're pretty little yellow flowers that grow everywhere, and people consider them a nuisance. Get back, spider. I'm not 100% certain, but I'm pretty sure that the dandelion is a cousin to lettuce. It's a form of lettuce, and the dandelion flower, of course, is just the flower, the bloom. So we're going to harvest some of those today. We're going to cook them up. I know the sun keeps getting crazy. I should do this the other direction. But now, all the cold is for is to keep the flowers from wilting away. The dandelions are very fragile flower, and they're pretty tasty. Now, I could do this in my yard because the only bad thing that could get on them in my yard is dog pee or something. I don't spray any kind of fertilizers or any kind of insecticides because I have bees. So these are all natural. So the cold water keeps them from wilting and shriveling away, and the salt in the water, any little bug or anything that's hiding down in the flower, the salt water will make come out of there. So that's what the salt water's for. And we'll let them sit for an hour or so. I got some other chores to do around here. There's not a ton of them, but I've got one bank that's got a few. I'm just gonna gather 2 good-sized handfuls of those up, and we'll cook them up. We picked some flowers, some dandelions, right out of the yard. I've said it once, I want to say it again. If you spray any kind of pesticides, weed killers, fertilizers on your lawn, don't pick those. I don't spray any kind of chemicals on my lawn. Short of Jebby hiking his leg might be the worst thing, and that's why we kind of washed them. We soaked the dandelions in cold salt water, and it gets out any bugs. Now I poured that water off, and I put them back in with just some fresh water, and that just rinses the salt out. Now you can, it's hard to see, but you can, of course, now they draw up a little bit. The flowers themselves draw up, but it's in there. You can pinch them at the bottom and just pinch the stem off. I'm trying to get one here. Here's one with the stem. Now they wilt up and draw up because of the cold water. You can just take them like that, pinching your finger, and pinch the bottom of the stem off, and it stays green, and the flower stays together. So the green on the outside's edible too, so you don't have to worry about that. I don't like to get the stems. The best way to harvest them is, in all honesty, is with a pair of really nice sharp scissors. I would normally start a fire and do this, but I'm not going to today because it's breezy, gusty. Just going to make a quick video, and just on the back of the four-wheeler here up in the woods. So what I've got here, a couple of things. This is just you can bread these. You can make breadcrumbs and just egg roll the flowers and egg whites. and bread them with breadcrumbs and make more of a savory type deal. What I like to do is just use some pancake mix. Just Hungry Jack comes in a box ready to go pancake mix. You don't have to mix it with anything crazy. It just takes some water. You mix it up. I normally get mine too thin and have to add more powder, so you think I would have been careful today and not dump too much water in, but it looks like I've got it just right. I actually like the batter a little thicker than thinner because I like the batter not to soak into the flour, just to cover the outside. Okay, so like I said, we're not going to build a fire. We're going to use this handy dandy little gas butane protein mix cooker. Now this is neat because this all folds up into a box the size of a pack of cigarettes. This was a Christmas gift from my granddaddy and my mama, I think 5, 6, 7 Christmases ago. And this is the coolest little stove. With the COVID stuff, I've been cooking my breakfast and lunch on this in the car at work in the parking lot. So I don't know if you can see the flame there. Going to get the pan hot. This is just oil. All you're going to do, you can do it by hand or however, just dip them in, coat them, drop them in the grease. It's pretty neat, pretty quick. The ones we made at camp all those years ago, we done the same way. But you can add things to the batter, different fruits. They're good with strawberries and blueberries. Remember that wind? It just gusted through, knocked the camera off. I'll try to edit that out, but no promises. So they're cooking up. It was all real time, so no preheating oil and all that stuff. It normally don't take them long. All you want to do is brown the batter on the dandelion. Like I said, those flowers are really tender and sensitive, so if you brown them too much, they just turn to kind of mush. And that ain't what you want. You want a nice brown batter. So just good and brown. You can experiment on your own with whatever textures you like. Some people probably going to like them, a little more doughy. I tend to like things browned a little bit more, golden brown or even a brown, which is too done for some people. So we are going to turn that off of the stove there so we don't spill no hot grease everywhere. So I'm going to bring in here going to bring you in here close so you can see. Pretty awesome. So there's a couple things you can do. You can go savory and, and just salt and pepper, maybe a little touch of garlic if you want savory. You can make them sweet and sprinkle a little brown sugar on them. That's my favorite. They're delicious that way. Or, of course, you can add fruit to them and stuff and make them sweet. Or you can go savory with just salt, pepper, some garlic. Or you can take them and sprinkle a little bit of buttery popcorn salt on them. Gives a completely different tasting experience. These things are good. You ought to try them. They're awesome. I got to get the camera to focus. Once again, folks, sorry about the wind. I hope you enjoyed the video. Foraging in your front yard. Hope you try the dandelion thing. Hey, don't let Tennessee just made the announcement they're going from like a voluntary stay-at-home to a mandatory stay-at-home. Hey, go out in the yard. Watch Mother Nature. Let the kids pick some dandelions and fry them up. Try something new. Don't let being cooped up at home be a bad thing, because it's not always a bad thing. Appreciate y'all watching.